Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy banboolol back with another reaction, and we on the live channel as always. Right now, I'm streaming over on Twitch and TikTok, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Cjdachamp. 2003 General Grievous was the devil. Let's get right into it. Yo, what's up, 100? Oh, damn.
Something's wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man.
Damn.
Nigga was a devil, man.
The Forbidden Files.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new series on the channel, The Forbidden Files. Now, let me quickly explain to y'all what this is.
Oh,
These
shoot.
are not trials. These are files in cases for characters that, quite honestly, don't even need a trial. This is the new tier called the Forbidden Tier, and it is strictly reserved for legends of the game. And we're starting
Oh my gosh,
this series
Megatron.
off with
Cj
a
the Champ,
character
yes.
that was so
Bro.
disgustingly broken, he had to get nerfed. And that
Oh
is
my
none other
gosh.
than 2003 General Grievous. This nigga Grievous in 03 was the devil in animated
Oh
form.
my God.
Let's talk about 03 Grievous like niggas talk about Vaughn. Like, this dude was a Jedi killing machine that was not force sensitive, by the way. Like, for real, deadass.
Yeah.
If he wanted you out of there, he'd go do it himself, on feet by himself. The nigga straight up had to go. And let me just give y'all a warning right now before we even start. If you have only seen Grievous from Revenge of the Sith in 3D Clone Wars and have never
I have
seen this
not.
man in the 2D version,
I've
then
seen him in 2D version too.
you're in for a ride. So let's not waste no more time. Without further ado. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Case 1. Sliming out multiple Jedi at once. Now, this right here was Grievous's first appearance in any type of Star Wars media. And man, I'll tell you, boy, this on record has to be one of the craziest character debuts of all time. So this is how this went down. While Anakin and Obi-Wan was finishing up a mission
Twitter
on this
video
one planet,
downloader on the
they get
bookmark.
hailed from this one Jedi master.
I used to download, I don't even know why is it there. I used to download on my phone. It would be memes. I would download memes on my phone. And like, bro, I haven't hopped on that app in months. I've kept it hidden in the app, like, folder. Oh my freaking god.
The first time you ever catch a glimpse of this demon is him booming a Jedi Master.
Oh.
Not just a regular Jedi Knight, a whole ass master. That
the
is freaking horrifying. Now let's continue. The other Jedi that are with the Master that just got boomed are being completely surrounded by an army of droids. So while they had
Jesus.
them completely surrounded at this abandoned ship, Grievous makes them cease fire. And after he made all the droids stop shooting, this man got on the mic and said, "Attention, Jedi scum! You are surrounded by the glorious Separatist army. Now I could have my character swift tease you right now, but where will be the fun in that? So I, General Grievous, will personally come in there and slime you niggas out myself. Prepare yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Jedi."
Nah.
So after Grievous drops the mic and proclaims that he's gonna slime out the Jedi himself, they all start taking position and
Oh
getting
my
prepared
gosh.
for this nigga. Because Grievous is walking towards
This dude has
them
so
right
much
now.
freaking-
And let me say this real quick. The Jedi in here are no pushovers. Especially these three. Longhead ass Kiadi Mundi, who is a member of the Jedi Council, Shakti, who was a pain in the ass to fight in the Force Unleashed, and Ayla Secura, the alien shorty that took like 10,000 back
Oh
shots
my
from
gosh.
clones in Revenge of the Sith. Like, these are known Jedi masters. And the fact that this man Grievous had this long head ass motherfucker sweating
Oh,
bullets
nah.
is insane. So while Grievous was approaching them, all they could hear was his footsteps echoing around the wreckage. They couldn't tell where this dude was at all. So this is where the insanity begins. This poor Padawan
Oh, no.
that looks like Shaggy, and believe it or not, his name is actually Shaggy. Not gonna lie, when I first watched this, I was like, why does this dude look like Shaggy? And boy, oh boy, come to find out, this actually is a Jedi version of Shaggy.
Oh
Like,
my
that is
gosh.
just hilarious to me, bro. But anyways, while Grievous's footsteps got louder and louder, Shaggy, being the same scary ass nigga in Star Wars as well, ended up losing his composure. So
Oh,
he
no.
runs outside
Oh, no.
just to get squashed
Yo,
by this nigga
yo.
Grievous.
He just got finished. He just got one tapped. Oh nah.
Yeah, R.I.P. Shaggy. That is one of the most insane deaths I've ever seen. This nigga Grievous jumped from the top rope and squashed him.
Yo,
Nah,
knock the Sonic
Sonic
coins.
rings out that nigga. If you pay attention very closely, his entire body disappeared. That means the impact of that fall was so hard, his carcass was squished into the ground. His body was
Oh
literally
my gosh.
unrecoverable. So after Grievous
That-
squashed Shaggy, he starts towering over all the Jedi and laughing at their asses. Then shows them his 10-foot mechanical body and then just disappears. These niggas
Oh, nah, they're
were
cooked.
shook because this just turned into a survival horde. Grievous really started playing Dead by Daylight with these niggas, just toying with them while he was ready to hunt them down one by one. So while they were moving back with their backs against each other, you see this nigga appear out of the shadows like
Oh
Batman
my
hanging
gosh.
from the roof.
Nah,
He's literally
no, they're
looking
cooked.
over them, stalking his prey. So Grievous finally decided he was ready to get active. He drops from the roof and starts going to town on these niggas, fighting a whole 1v5 and enjoying every second of it. And dude, this man is a literal cheat code. He can turn his body into a Beyblade. This is the most unfair shit I've ever
Oh,
seen.
nah.
Like, bro, how the hell are you
That's
supposed to
not
fight a
fair.
10-foot cyborg that can move his body like a Beyblade? Oh, and guess what? That's not all he can do, because this is about to get even more insane.
Oh, no.
He started breakdancing on their asses, fighting with his feet. No way in hell a 10-foot
That's
cyborg
not fair.
should be moving like this. No twin, nuh-uh. I'll be for real, bro. If I saw this shit, I'd
That's
put the
not
saber
fair.
down, bro. I wholeheartedly understand
No
why
way.
George Lucas nerfed this nigga. So as the fight continued, long-head-ass Cjdachamp tried to force push, bro, but Grievous dodged it and landed on the side of the roof. So this is when Grievous decided to start singling them out. He jumps back in and hits the ground so hard he made a smoke screen. So this wildebeest-looking nigga decided to go in and try to fight him one-on-one, but Grievous pulls off a crazy move. He blocks his attack, and when old boy tried to swing at him again, he dropped his saber, cut him across the middle with this green one.
Oh,
then
he
just
did.
smacked this nigga with his
He
other
did.
one. Bro boomed that mustache wildebeest immediately when he was 1v1
Oh my
with him.
God,
So
bro's
after
dead.
the wildebeest Yeti hybrid
Damn.
got boomed, Shang-Chi decides to throw a bunch of scrap at him. But Grievous ends up cutting
Nah,
through
bro,
both.
that's doing
Then
nothing.
this one Jedi tries to pull up on him. I'ma refer to him as Yeet because the nigga got a turban on his head. Grievous grabs his elongated head with his grippers and slams bro's head into the
Oh
ground,
my God.
breaking his neck on impact.
Yeah, bro's done
Bro
for.
didn't stand a chance.
Bro's
He
done
didn't even
for.
get to swing the saber. His
No
last
way.
seconds of life was him getting his face
Damn.
gripped by this man's foot, then eating dirt right after that. But old boy wasn't the only person to get his face gripped, because after Grievous
What was
boomed
that?
him, Ayla came in trying to swing, but Grievous gripped her face mid-air, then swung both of their bodies across the
Oh,
map
they-
with
nah.
his feet. That
Oh.
has gotta be one of the most insane ways to slime a nigga. Sending them flying with your feet is OD. So the last two Jedi remaining were Longhead Ciyadi and Shakti. So Grievous ended up zoning them both out of their range. Then he drop kicks Ciyadi's ass across the stage, taking him out of the fight. And this just left Grievous one-on-one with Shakti.
Oh,
And
no.
He was pushing her shit. She was panicking, barely holding on and blocking his strikes. So he ended up knocking the saber out of her hands. Then he comes in to swing on her, but Shakti barely blocks this with the force and gets
Oh
sent
my
right
God.
into a pillar, and she
Yo,
is
she
out of
didn't have the
commission.
bot.
So the
No,
last
she did
man
not block
standing
that.
was Ciyadamundi with
Oh,
his
he's cooked.
elongated, dingling head. So Grievous grabs Shakti's saber and picked it up with his foot. And he was staring at this nigga Ciyadi, laughing at his ass like,
You fool! With your elongated head, I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Goku.
So after Grievous finished taunting this man, he ends up pushing Ciyadi and knocking the saber out of his hands immediately.
Oh, no.
And Grievous ends up going in for the kill. But at the last millisecond, Ciyadi ends up getting bailed out by the clones. And the clones looked at that boy Grievous and said,
Troopers, blast that half
brick clanker. So they start shooting at Grievous, and Grievous hits the dash, while the clones are blasting every single piece of ammo that they have at this man. So while they
my
continue
gosh,
trying
bro
to
is-
shoot bro down, Grievous decides to drop in and starts to murder all of the
They
clones in
did.
front of him. So after Grievous ended up mowing down the whole front line, a whole gunship ends up pulling up right in front of his face. And this is when Grievous finally decided to make a strategic retreat. So Grievous ends up hitting the dash again. That man is out of there. I know his 40-yard dash speed is fast as hell.
Yeah, bro.
And
He's
Cjdachamp
good
and the
at.
clones
He's
end
like
up
the goat
retreating.
at that stuff.
So yeah, that right there was General Grievous's first ever appearance. So let's review this carnage that he caused. He crushed Shaggy into oblivion.
Oh.
Put wildebeest nigga up on a shirt, gripped Yeet with his feet, and broke his neck, and threw their asses across the ship with his feet, and damn near
Yeah,
killed
nah.
Shock
Something
T
stupid.
along
Yo,
with
what's going on?
Keanu
Welcome to the
Reeves.
stream.
Oh, and I forgot old boy at the beginning that got boomed on the communicator, along with
Oh,
his
yeah, nah,
entire battalion. So yeah, this man packed up 4 Jedi, put Ayla and Shock T on a stretcher, and had Kiadi's ass rethinking life. This is one of the nastiest debuts a character has ever had to date. So yeah, and guess what? That was only case 1. We still got another case left. And boy, let me tell you, it gets even crazier. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to case 2, the siege on Coruscant. Now, what you're about to see are the events that basically open up episode 3. Even though this series is now considered Legends continuity, this is still kind of what basically happened. So how this went down. This evil-ass conniving nigga Palpatine sent this man Grievous to invade Coruscant and capture him. So the Separatists end up pulling up to Coruscant, and a massive battle just ensues. Now, before we get to Grievous, we gotta take a detour real quick. This is one of the hardest moments in Star Wars history. This nigga Captain Fordo was popping off this battle. Nigga turned into the Doomslayer. Just look at this shit.
Oh my god.
His squad are being overran, but he didn't care. Bro, boomed the battle droid in front, turned around, smacked this nigga, dumped the clip in his ass, then he throws his gun at this droid, blows his head off, then picked up his blaster in his left hand.
Dude's going to work. Oh my goodness.
Bro, you know this man was top of the leaderboard in every single Battlefront lobby. Bro just dropped off 20 droids in the span of 20 seconds.
Gosh.
So while the battle continued and Captain Fordo was running up the scoreboard, we see this nigga Palpatine watching the battle and sipping tea, not giving a care in the world. This man doesn't care at all what is happening right now. He's just looking at all this shit like, good. I orchestrated all this shit. I don't give a damn what's happening, nigga. So while Palpatine was enjoying his tea,
Oh my gosh.
a bunch of troopers and 2 Jedi end up pulling up with her. And they're trying to get this man Palpatine to safety. But Palpatine was just stalling and acting like, oh, Master Shock T, greetings. Would you like to enjoy some tea with me while I watch the battle? And she like, no, old ass nigga, I'm trying to get your ass to safety. But while they continued to stay,
Oh my gosh.
they started hearing footsteps around.
Oh.
And when they started getting louder, Shock T knew immediately.
The PTSD clicking in.
Hi, how are you?
So he breaks in the window, letting himself right in the room. And look at this mechanical, lanky ass nigga ore farming. Bro really had to hit a whole JoJo's pose before he started watching niggas off. So this nigga Grievous looking at Palpatine
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Master, I've come to pick you up.
Shut the fuck up. You mechanical Nimrod. They're not supposed to know that shit till the 3rd movie.
I'm sorry, Lucius.
Now capture me and make it look believable. So Grievous tries to grab him, but Shock T pulls him away. And they end up taking Palpatine, and Grievous is surrounded by about 20 clones.
Oh my
Bro
gosh.
didn't care that he was surrounded at all. Dude was actually ecstatic, because now he could let loose and kill some niggas. So the clones start firing, and Grievous jumps up and immediately starts mowing every clone in that room.
Oh yeah, they're
Look at what he
dead.
does to this one dude. He grabs him and plants him on the wall, then just slices him down the middle. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this next guy got done dirty even worse. Grievous slices bro's gun in half. Then he grabs him by the leg with his own leg, then throws him out the window. Nah,
What
bro,
the-
that is one of the worst ways to ever
Oh
go
my
out.
gosh,
He grabbed
nah.
his leg with his
He
own
just
leg,
yanked him
then
and just
sent
tossed his
him out.
ass.
And he's gonna fall for like 100 fours before he goes splat. Oh, man, rip that guy, bro. So as he continued to murder everybody in this room and make this clone look up to the sky to see God, we get to one of the nastiest kills of all time. Grievous grabs this one clone by his face with his grippers, then slams his skull into the wall.
Oh my gosh. Nah.
Oh, dear God, that might be worse than the guy that fell 100 floors. If you look to the right, you can see the horror on this one clone's face. You don't even see his face, but you can tell just by the look. If I saw one of my homies
No
get
way.
slimed like that, I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't know what to do. At this point, just put the gun down and accept your fate, or just run. Those are your only options. Look what happens to this royal guard. Bro grabs him with his grippers, starts using him as a body shield, then slams his body on the ground. These clones are having some of the most horrific deaths I've ever seen, because this is just getting
Oh
ridiculous.
my gosh.
So Grievous just continued to
Yep,
murder
they're dead.
Those clones stood zero chance against this man. They were literally used as meat shields so Shakti and them could get away. So while they was waiting by the elevator, all they could hear were just the screams of everybody getting murdered.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this one Jedi. He is spamming the button trying to get the elevator to come up. Because dude is horrified of what he's hearing in there. So when the screams stopped, they knew the head start that they got was over. Grievous busts through the door on all fours.
Oh my
running at
gosh.
them like a
Oh
rabid
no.
dog, while dodging multiple force pushes. So Shakti ends up finally hitting them, buying them some time to get in the elevator, but that didn't put Grievous down at all. So later on, after they escaped,
Oh,
they're
nah.
all taking this high-speed elevator down to the ground. So they thought they were safe. They thought they had time to breathe, but that lasted
Nope.
for a whopping 10 seconds. They look to the right, and this nigga Grievous is running down the building.
Oh my gosh.
He is running down a building,
Nah,
keeping
that's
up with
crazy.
a high-speed elevator. Like, no, bro, no, man. This has got to be another reason why George Lucas nerfed this, man, because this is ridiculous. So this one clone said, nah, twin, fuck this shit. He just decides to shoot a rocket launcher at him. And I'm not gonna lie, was that warranted? Yes.
Yes.
I mean, they gotta try something to stop this man. So when they finally reach the ground floor, they are surrounded by a bunch of super battle droids.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Grievous just
Oh
drops
no.
from the building right in front of him. So Mr. Manslug nigga decides to use a force howl, but Grievous was prepared this time. He uses those damn grippers, digs in the ground, and starts moving through the house. They was trying every trick in the book and couldn't stop this man at all. So they just decided to run. There was no point in fighting him. So while they was on the run, Grievous's Magna Guards end up killing the final two clones. So the only ones that were left standing protecting Palpatine was Shakti and the other two Jedi. So they were having to run for their lives through the city while Grievous and his Magna Guards were chasing them. And this whole chase was just insane. They were fighting on a ship to Grievous just destroying it,
What
making
the
it crash in the middle of the city. Then they ended up fighting in a subway station. And I'm not gonna lie, this next scene had to be one of the most terrifying scenes of all time. When they thought they were safe behind this train, this man Grievous pops up right behind them. Jump scare of doom. So he starts walking them down and pushing them back, then kicks both of the two Jedi to the side. So he ends up walking up to Shakti and telling her,
Salutations, Jedi scum! You may have escaped from me before, but today you will be slimed!
but Shakti ends up pulling off a 10,000 IQ big brain play. She used the force to wrap this man's cape around the train. So when the train was ready to go, Grievous just gets yoinked. This finally brought them some time to escape from this man. So about a good 20 minutes passed, and they think that they finally shaken Grievous. Shakti ended up splitting up from him, and the other two Jedi ended up taking Palpatine to his bunker so he could be safe. So when they got in there and locked all the doors, they thought that they were in the clear, but they were soon about to realize not even getting yoinked by a high-speed train would stop this nigga. Grievous was waiting for them in that room the entire time. He drops down and starts fighting the other two Jedi. And while he was doing that, look at this evil, conniving motherfucker going back like, good, Grievous, good.
Oh my gosh.
Those niggas, Grievous, put them on a shut. So while Grievous continued to fight them, they end up getting stuck in a lightsaber clash. And this is when Grievous finally revealed his trump card. The thing that he's most famous for. He pulls out the other two arms and starts using all four of them holes. And when he was using all four of his arms, they stood no chance. Grievous cuts both of them down in a heartbeat.
Oh, they did. They did. Like, for real, for real. Holy. They're
And it was
cooked.
game over for both them. So Grievous finds Palpatine, and he looking at him like,
Aha! I've done it, Lord Sidious. Are you impressed?
about fucking time, you half-breed Clank. Now get me on the ship and let's fucking go. Okay, on a real note, Grievous actually never knew that Palpatine was Sidious. That is still hilarious to how oblivious he was to him.
What?
But anyways, Shakti finally ends
That's
up making it to
crazy.
the room, but she's too late. She sees the other two Jedi dead, and Grievous holding up Palpatine, and Palpatine looking at her like, oh, hello, Shakti, dear. I'm having a little trouble here. Can you please help me? So Shakti runs at Grievous, but he hits her saber to the side and just chokes her. So he takes her saber, adds it to his collection, then decides to give Shakti some actual shock. He just electrocutes the hell out of her and just
Oh,
ties her up
gosh.
and leaves her there. So Grievous ends up taking Palpatine to his ship. But before he was about to leave, my goat, Mace motherfucking Windu nigga, came down and looked at Grievous like, you a fake demon twin, and crushes
Oh.
this man's sternum. Look how he had this man Grievous leaning back. Lord have mercy. And this is the incident in this continuity that gave him that iconic cough. So after the ship takes off and Grievous escapes, Revenge of the Sith starts. But yeah, that's basically the end of Case 2. So let's look at our final Carnage report for Case 2. This man launched a full invasion on Coruscant, broke into the Chancellor's room and slimed like 20 clones in the most brutal way fashion, then decided to chase the Jedi throughout the whole city, then kill 2 of them and knock out Shakti for a second time. This is some of the most wicked work of all time.
That's crazy.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end of our first ever Forbidden File.
Wow.
Everybody can clearly see and
Bro, that was an amazing video. And we're gonna be catching up with all the other parts soon enough. When they come out, I'm gonna be on them. And I'm gonna be reacting to each and every one of them. Bro, if you enjoyed this reaction, this whole stream, all this stuff, don't forget to stay followed. Follow the Twitch. Subscribe to the YouTube, join the Discord and all that stuff. And yes, I'm going to be catching you guys in the next one. And peace out.